Good future millionaires, we back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, and I'm here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to everybody that just pulled up on this, man. We have over 8,000 new subscribers to the channel in the last few days, man. Shout out to y'all for taking the next steps to become better informed investors and really taking y'all money serious, man. If you haven't started taking your money serious, I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Hitting the subscribe button is about the only thing that I can say is financial advice. The rest of this is not financial advice. You have to do your own due diligence. Make sure you never risk more than you're willing to lose, and always use proper risk management, man. I gotta tell y'all that. So shout out to the whole gang, the whole community. We got our own investment community called Private Stock Market Game on Facebook. Make sure y'all tap in right there. Salute over 5,000 active investors. Tap in. Make sure you get the book. The link is in the description section if you want to get in the community ASAP. Follow me on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco. Same way the channel is spelled. Also, we have Instagram as well. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be doing exclusive live streams, giveaways as well over there on Instagram. So tap in the same way to at DecemberDeMarco. So now we got some going on. I got a few questions from the community, asking me certain questions like, why didn't we hold this range here? Why I thought we were breaking out. Somebody said that in the comments like, hey, I thought we were gonna have continue to break past this point. Why didn't we? So now this is the part we finally get to see where I told y'all that if a piece of news comes out and changes, basically a heavy piece of news, that can shift what's happening. So you notice we were very bullish. We were on an impulse right here. We were blasting through this supply zone, about to break through and break this resistance and make this a new support. But look what happened here. Let's check this out. We got basically some FUD articles coming out from JP Morgan CEO, basically saying, so this is what happens, y'all, when prices are about to take off like this, and these big institutions, now this is stuff that people don't tell you, but I'm trying to let y'all understand the behind the scenes of what's going on. But what happens is the big institutions that missed out on the price while they were cheap, what they like to do is try to shake people out, bring the price down, and then get those shout out to everybody reaching out to the channel, man. I will get to y'all right after this, man. But they try to shake y'all out and take y'all prices, take y'all crypto for the cheap. So don't get tricked out of your spot. Understand that yes, there will be new retail investors that came in the game that will see the sell-off happening, and that will make them panic. But as long as y'all are sure that y'all are better informed, y'all can sit back and look at the key levels of support, so that way you can determine where it's most likely to find support at. That way you can know where to load your bag. Somebody else said where to re-up at. You gotta know how to find those dips, man. That's the key thing to it, buying the dips over time, dollar cost averaging into your bag, so that way once the price continues to see those new all-time highs or just new recent highs, you'll see the gains from that. So let's check this article out real quick. So JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is worthless amid crypto bull run. So our clients are adults, they disagree. That's what makes markets, Dimon said. So this just came out right when, I told y'all, you have to, when you see something like that turning around like that, you want to scan the market and see what's going on. Don't just look at the charts. Don't just look at social media. Don't just look at YouTube. Come look at, credible news sources in which, some sites are biased. So keep that in mind. Some sites, will work with some of these, places like JP Morgan and could produce FUD articles for them. So keep that in mind. Always keep, a clear understanding that that you could be being pulled in one way or another. So what we see here is 1 hour ago about this drop, maybe a little bit longer than that, and right around that time we see the price start to turn around a little more than an hour. But the price right here is about where that article dropped. And when people heard that FUD, what happened? People started to panic. They started to sell. But look what happened. We tried to find support around this area here. I'm going to read that article too in a minute. I'm trying to do a blend though of fundamental analysis, market analysis, as well as technical analysis. So that way you could just, see from a more well-rounded point of view of what's happening, and start to put some of these pieces together where it starts to click for you, like, now I see. Because you remember, things control the market, so we got to see, like, why did this aggressive sell-off start to happen here? Yes, we were trading above the top Bollinger Band, but we should have pushed through to this area. And now something else we could see, we had So we had an article come out just at this time, but guess what? How did these people know exactly when to produce this article? So right here we are in our supply zone. Here's our demand zone. Remember, every time the price, here is smart money. Smart money stepped in right here. When smart money stepped in, you notice the price never came back down. It might dip in there for a second, give smart money a chance to load up again. But every time it pulled in there, smart money bought it up, and then eventually it just had no choice but to break out because smart money everybody realized what it was doing. And I think too, there's we're getting a lot more better informed investors over here on the channel, because I see a lot of y'all are starting to say that y'all are buying a dip, y'all are getting better entry points, and this is stuff that a lot of people say they never knew before. I had somebody tell me they learned more in my last 10 videos than they learned in their last 10 months learning crypto, and really going deep into it. And that's amazing. So that's what I like to do, provide value, so that way y'all become better informed investors. So what we'll take a look at is, here we try to identify previous areas in the chart. Remember I told y'all to go back in history. Now you notice, now this is some next level stuff. Let's try to pay attention here. Notice how this entire area, remember our supply zone? Notice how we made the supply zone, which triggered off this, basically starting off this sale. Notice how it always stays below this area until it broke out into here. So we had a demand zone once smart money stepped into here, so they bought it up. Notice once we get to the supply zone, it sells off. Once it gets back to the demand zone, it buys up. Once we get back to the supply zone, sells off. Once we get back to the demand zone, you see right here, it kind of pushed up a little bit. They held it down. They held it down right here, but you notice right along our bull flag, it was forming. That's where our flag patterns come in at, and that's what you want to really see, the visualization of the price being squeezed, the sellers being basically stopped, less and less sellers being able to continue pushing the price down. So what eventually happens is the sellers get weaker, the bulls eventually push through and bust through that resistance, and now look what happened, like boom, right here. So we got that blast through, but they're seeing some resistance, which is good. A little pullback. We can also possibly throw a little Fibonacci right here, see where that pullback is, but I can eyeball this and tell y'all that this is cool. This is a nice spot. We still are trading above this mid Bollinger Band. I think they're trying to shake some people out, but if we go back in the chart and we look up here in this range in the history, we can see, shout out to everybody reaching out to the channel, man, appreciate y'all. So we can see that this was a selling area. Also, we can see already that this was an area that it began to see a lot of selling pressure right in this range too. So we already knew this was going to be a tough range to try to get through, especially it came about right here where that resistance was on the other end where we are live. So you have to go back in the chart previously, and remember, I try to tell y'all, this is not a crystal ball. It's not gonna give you the cheat code to tell you exactly what to do, because think about it. If it was that sweet, look, take one moment to think about this. If it was that sweet, think about how many people on Wall Street, everywhere else in the world would have already mastered this to the point where we would have multiple trillionaires, because people would just continue to rinse, wash, and repeat the same process. So y'all have to remember, this is not a 100%, accurate thing. This is just something to help you be able to interpret the data, and I'm just trying to teach this to y'all. I'm not even trying to really, do price predictions like that. I'm just trying to help y'all learn what's going on, because I noticed there's a gap. Nobody's teaching this information. We just got people jumping into crypto that do not understand how to interpret the charts at all. So y'all gotta definitely sharpen up. So we're holding along this trend line here. That's what I like to see. We broke that trend here. We started trading sideways. We had a nice little breakout right here. We're seeing some resistance here, seeing some support around this range. Downtrend here. We should be breaking this soon. We should be trading sideways right here, I'm hoping. But even if we pull all the way back to this trend line, I'll be okay with that. I really don't want to go lower than this mid Bollinger Band, but if we do, I'm still not worried, because we're still in an uptrend. Remember, look at the overall trend that we're in. We're still moving in an upwards direction. So even when they pull it down like this, don't be faked out by that, because look at this. Pay attention to this part right here. This is what's called higher lows. So you notice this part, you see you see the low, see impulse correction. See how the correction is here? So impulse correction, correction here, impulse correction. Impulse correction. Notice every time I say correction, the correction area gets higher. That's called higher lows. So Impulse correction, higher low. Impulse correction, higher low than the last correction. 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 Impulse, but then we got that correction right here that triggered off that sell-off. So that let us know where our supply zone was. That let us know where we would start to see a lot of selling pressure. So already the people who understand this data, they knew this would be a rough area right here. Look at this major candle right here. This should tell you that, it's a lot of smoke right here. You get in this range, they won't smoke right here. So we got to, start to identify these zones. And this, it won't be all the, it won't be 100% accurate all the time, but at least you will be better informed and, better positioned than somebody who doesn't understand this information, because you'll be able to, start to get the idea of what's going on here. So I'm trying to, just introduce some of this information to y'all slowly but surely, to the point where I'm not overwhelming y'all, because I really want y'all to be able to turn it up a notch and start making money and being able to, catch better buy points and stuff like that. So let's see what else we could see. Definitely. So we can see we have some support here in this range. We definitely got some support, because right here it found a little support, then it broke through and pushed up and corrected right back to this range. So hopefully we can get some more momentum. So when we're seeing this, when we see the price pull back like this, let's try to take a look at what the volume's doing. So salute, appreciate everybody for reaching out. Let's see. So we take a look at the volume now. We can see that the volume is, more sellers are selling. That's why, it's pulling down like this. So the volume tells you, what, how many people are in the market basically, and which action is basically winning at that time. So we see a lot of activity, which, it's red candles. So that tells us sellers are selling. But we start to see it taper off, right here before this large spike. So this large spike was right at the end, this last volume candle, well, right around the end of this last volume candle. And we see the price spike right here. I mean, not the price, I'm sorry, the volume spike, which was a lot of sellers selling off. That's what that means. And they pulled it all the way down to this price. But you see, we were able to find the support right here in this range. So that's what's really good. That's what we're looking to see. Hopefully we hold this. Now, we're on a 1 hour chart right now. You can, zoom around to different time frames. Let's go to 30. Oh, it looked like we froze for a second. Okay, it'll load up in 1 second. But yeah, we'll just, you can switch around to different time frames and be able to just determine, are you seeing the same? Is a different chart telling you the same thing? Because you start to stack these charts on top of each other from different time frames, and once you keep getting the same indicators, the same basically indications that you should buy at entry points, then you follow those. You can start to recognize the same patterns from the 4 hour chart to the 1 hour chart. Like, okay, we got a bull flag here, we got a bull flag on the 1 hour. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's, I'll target my entry point. And that's why I also try to tell y'all, about not chasing, because if you chase, that's just going to end up, whenever you feel that emotion of chasing, that means you're being hit with FOMO, and automatically that's what the market is trying to get y'all to do. It's trying to get y'all to jump around, get triggered, to trigger that psychological effect of, that you're about to miss out on something or miss out on money, which makes people even more crazy. So, that's how they get, everybody. So, salute, appreciate y'all. Let's see. Okay, my bad about that, y'all. So it was just trying to slow us down real quick, man. But let's get right back to it, man. We ain't missing a beat. So let's see. Okay. So we switched to the 30 minutes. Go back to the hour. See what we got. I wonder why is it tripping like this. I'm providing a lot of value, so y'all gotta just bear with me. I got a lot of tabs up too. I'm probably stressing my computer out with all these tabs, but we gotta put this research in. This is just live. This is how it really goes. So I want y'all to really get a real look of what's happening. Okay, so it erased our chart, but that's fine. We could easily come in here and identify our support and resistance zones already. We can notice, just even hovering your mouse, you can see to the left where all the points of the price or the candles connecting back on to this point. So quickly, let's check out this other project that I want y'all to take a look at real quick. Y'all know I covered that Deku Inu, I covered that Luffy Inu, covered that Goku Inu, the Charizard Inu, also the Gogeta Inu. And these projects are very, very, early. I think this is a new wave we're seeing with this anime tokens, and I think they're taking off. So, I want to introduce y'all to this one as well. I definitely dropped this one in the Discord earlier. So if y'all are members of the private Discord community, then you definitely seen this one earlier. But I just came in, took a look at, what the chart was looking like. And just took a quick look at the website, and I liked the meme characteristics it had to it, and thought y'all should see this one. So we'll take a look at this one together real quick. Okay, so quick scroll through real quick. When you first pull up on the page, that's what you want to do. One of the first things I like to do is look for a team section. I don't see that here. I like to see the social media badges, the icons. They got that above the first fold of the page. Salute, appreciate that. Shout out to everybody reaching out to the channel. I got you all in 1 minute. So they got the home, tokenomics, about us, swap, stats, features, roadmap, audit, and buy now. So I like they got that button built in there right there. Contract on the front page. That's good. Make it easier for everyone to see. So the website here is gojotoken.io. So Gojo Inu. The curses. So this is the next big anime token, it says on the website. So Gojo Inu. The curses have broken into the cryptoverse and endangering humanity. Become a sorcerer by buying Gojo token and join him in the fight against the curses. So here we can we got the Twitter open, we got the Telegram open. Also they got a section so you can email them. I like that, so you can get in to contact with them directly. So they got the chart button. We'll take a look at that. So tokenomics redistribution. So 3% of every buy and sell transaction gets automatically redistributed in Gojo tokens. Liquidity. 3% of every buy sell transactions are automatically added to the liquidity pool. So marketing. 4% of every buy and sell transaction are automatically added to the marketing budget. About us. What is Gojo Inu? Gojo Inu is a token with community and giveaway involvement at the forefront of what we do. We intend to keep investors included in the decision-making process throughout the life of the token, and we will further suggest and further suggestions for future growth, giveaways, partnerships, brand ambassadorship, and more from our holders. So instant rewards for holders, giveaway for community, made by weebs and for weebs, community oriented. So buy now. I like the graphics. I like the way the website is looking. It's pretty clean, nice and sleek, nothing too major. It's not complicated to understand. So buy Gojo now. So import, it looks like this available on Uniswap. So y'all know the process. Send your ETH to your MetaMask. You could get it off Uniswap after that. So some of our features: passive income. We will give you more Gojo tokens for simply holding Gojo. That's why we love redistribution. So like the reflections, if y'all have been rocking with the channel, y'all familiar with this. So use cases, actual use cases are being developed, including staking program, play to earn games, and it looks like more to come. So non-stop marketing. With every sale, our marketing fund will be filled up for a non-stop marketing program. So I like to see projects, especially community driven projects with marketing wallets, because that allows them to get the word out. And a lot of tokens expect the community to put the project on their back themselves, and honestly it's going to take a little bit more work than that from what I've seen, unless you got like a Sheep army behind you, something like that. But it takes time for that to develop. So either y'all going to have that time in the market, but trying to time it right now, if you're jumping in without some true marketing behind it, you might not see a good push. So I like that they have that. So the roadmap, y'all know this is my favorite part of these tokens, to break down and see what they have coming, if it's anything exciting, if it's anything game changing, or disruptive technology, something like that I like to see. So let's see. First, one thing y'all know, I like to see 3 things: specific, measurable, and realistic goals here. Now we can see that they are specific with what they listed, we could see that they are measurable because it says first month, second month, and third month. So I like to see that. This is one of the few tokens that do this. So first month launch, CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap listing, marketing push, onboard influencers, giveaways. So second month, central exchange listings, extreme marketing push, charity donation, CoinGecko and CMC update, partnerships with other anime projects. Y'all connect the dots. It's a lot of these anime projects dropping right now. Y'all know Luffy Inu, that one went crazy. Deku Inu went crazy. Y'all gotta check out. And I honestly think that Charizard Inu, if y'all have not seen Charizard Inu, you need to go check that out as well. And also I will have the information to Gojo Inu in the description section of this video, so check that out if you're interested in this project. So third month, mainstream marketing, more giveaway, Dex tool ads, and more central exchange listing. So right here, I like that they are big on marketing. I like that. So they got that part, but I want to see some more, something, some more you mentioned on the use case. They talked about involvement with games, but I like to see something, just something a little, some more use cases to it. So actual use cases being developed, including staking programs. So you'll be able to stake your Gojo tokens to earn passive rewards and play to earn games. So I would like to just, I see you said it right there, but I would like to hear more about that though. So actually we're very early. So sometimes that's what can happen when you're super, super early. They might not have all this information laid out, but you just want to keep that in mind. I want to teach y'all what to look for and ask them about that. Remember, if you decide to jump in this project, join the Telegram. I will be there after this video. Join the Telegram and ask them questions. You know what I'm saying? See what, if what you like about the project. So be part of our growing community on Telegram now. So here's the join button if you want to come straight to the website and check it out. So I don't see a team section. I would like to see, who's responsible for this project, who we could hold accountable, you know what I'm saying, who we can reach out to on Twitter or where the LinkedIn, even if it's not an actual profile picture, but an avatar or something, and where there's a social media page or something that we can, tap into this person, and send questions to, and, get feedback. So let's see features. Okay. We seen that. So right now, 405 Telegram members, 241 holders, y'all. That is very, very early. If this project gets to even 1,000 holders, you just made a bag. So that's the key, getting in early on these projects that have potential. They have 1,405 token transactions. So it's moving right now. It's still very early, but, let's see. Let's take a look at the Twitter page real quick. So Gojo Inu. So at Gojo Inu, 607 followers, 8 following. Okay. So we'll see if they tap in with us. Then we'll give them a follow. But they got their last post says we made it to Times Square, New York. So that's major. That was something that I did see that made me know that if they're getting boards on Times Square, this is not something that we want to take lightly, y'all. You want to connect the dots because they told you they have marketing, so they're not, playing. So this is something that's very early. So and even there's an affiliation here. So Gojo Inu, Charizard Inu, Luffy Inu, Saitama Wolfpack, Saitama Inu token, Shiba Swap, Sheeb Army. So y'all might want to connect the dots. There might be a lot more connection to this than we understand. So honestly, I thought, I knew Luffy will be on Shiba Swap, I believe, and Deku Inu, if I'm not mistaken. But seeing a lot of these other tokens have connections, that's telling me there might be some type of affiliation, y'all. What do y'all think is the affiliation with all these tokens that are coming onto Shiba Swap? And y'all don't think that that's a sign, that an early sign that some of these might take off? You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that we should not ignore, and I'm definitely not gonna ignore, because people that put $100 into Shiba Inu last year, is well over, $1,000 in Shiba Inu last year is worth $270 million right now. So $1,000. So if we catch another one of these, I could put a fraction of that. Let's just say, if you wanted to put $100 in, each of these projects, just to make sure you got yourself covered, just in case. And this is not financial advice. Do not do this based off me saying this. This is just what I'm saying, a thing that I think in my head. But let's just say if the same thing was to happen with one of these and one of them were to pop, then $100 in each one. If something, took off, you covered in each one. So keep that in mind, man. Really do. But do your own due diligence. And if you do not ask the team any questions, you do not have any business investing, because that means you're not taking this serious. You need to really dig. Unless, except for y'all that already, at that point, then of course I'm not talking about y'all. But for the ones that are brand new, do not just jump in. Go ask some questions. Go read. Watch this full video. Look for more information. Ask the community questions. So Charizard Inu, Inu Saitama, Luffy Inu token. Okay, cool. Salute. So yeah, this looks like this is an early gem, y'all. To be honest, it's in that ecosystem right there. It's in that network with all those new anime tokens. We might be very early onto something. Remember, the NFT wave is here. So anime and NFTs, there's a big connection right there. And we got the game crossover to crypto happening right now with these play to earn games. This is very big. So y'all want to pay attention to this and what's going on. So we are holding around that 29 range. You see, we got a green candle stepping in. We got we found some support right around this range. You see these two candles are share a support line perfectly. It's forming a doji candle here at the bottom of a downtrend. What's likely to happen when we get a doji candle at the bottom of a downtrend? So we got impulse, correction, doji candle. What's likely to happen? Drop it in the comment section. Shout out to everybody reaching out, man. Appreciate y'all. So we should get a correction. Hopefully, if we get more volume to come in, the volume has to come in with it. If we don't get the volume, then it won't happen. But, you look at the previous resistance levels as well to determine where we might see some struggle at. And that's how you can become a better informed investor. So let's see. Tap in with the Telegram for Gojo. I'll have this in the description section of this video. So Gojo Inu, the Sorcerer School. Let's take a quick look at the chart. So this chart is looking beautiful right now. I love it. I love the way it's looking. I could easily pull up, identify these support and resistance zones. So we grab our horizontal line. We can see support here. Boom. Grab it again. We see more support here. Boom. This won't be perfect because I'm just doing it fast for the video purposes. But we can identify different key levels. Boom. Resistance there. Where else we seeing some resistance? Right there, we seeing resistance. We also are seeing some resistance around this range. This broke through right there. We see resistance here. We see support here. We see support here. So these are key ranges. We see resistance here. Notice how some of these areas touch across the chart. Resistance. Notice how I put that resistance zone here, but it magically touched here and here because it comes back to these areas. It's like a magnet back to these areas. So that's what you want to identify, these different areas. So you want to be able to get the best buying opportunity possible. So if we go from our last swing low, let's grab our Fibonacci retracement tool. If we go from our last swing low to the swing high, we can identify key areas of support. So you see we're supported right on that 23.6 range. So this still is very bullish that it wants to, continue to, might see some resistance around this 34 range. You might be going right back up there. Might see some resistance and possibly break out. But let's also look at this. So it's looking extremely bullish. We need some type of we need some more momentum, to keep this going. But it looks like we're gonna need to see a pullback shortly, because this didn't look too like this was a good enough pullback right here. So for some reason we got resisted right here, rejected, boom, but it supported here. Buyers came in, boom, pushed it right up, broke through this level of resistance right about at that 28 range. They pushed it to the 29s, and now, sellers, the buyers pushed it all the way up to this 30 range. Sellers weren't having it. They pushed it down some, but the buyer said, no more. Right here is the furthest we'll, go back. So right here is it. This is most likely we might start to trade sideways right here until we see another breakout as well. But I'm expecting to see 34 on this one. So if you buy here to enter a position, this may be a good buy right in this right about in this range, maybe a little slight pullback, or right around this 23.6% range, as well as this 38.2% range if it does pull back that far. That's only if it does. So it's also, let's see, get a trend line here, because we could also really realistically pull back to this zone here, or to this trend line here. So we could see some trading sideways until we touch this line and continue to move up. So, let's just let it, play out a little bit and see. But definitely get this one on your list. This is very early. This one just dropped. It just dropped. It's not even 2 weeks old yet. So if you would have bought here, you would have been, thanking yourself. If you would have, bought anywhere in these dips, you would be up right now. If you bought any of these dips, that's why you buy the dip, because you see how if you would have bought in here at this dip, like I've been teaching y'all, and it goes up here, you made more money. Even if you bought here at this dip and it goes up here, you made money. So that's why we say buy the dip. So that's all we got for this video. Check them out. This is Gojo Inu. I definitely think this is something you want on your watch list. That's all we got. Make sure y'all tap in with them. Let them know how y'all heard about them. Share this video. Tag them. Tag me as well. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up, like button, subscribe. And my bad for the technical difficulties, y'all. But there's a lot of value in this video. So, I couldn't let it go to waste, man. That's all we got for this video. Check out the free resources in the description section. And we are out.